We would like you to know this video is produced in accordance with CDC guidelines. Though you will see speakers on camera without face masks, we are maintaining significant social distance, prioritizing the safety of our speakers and crew. Welcome to our first Women in Leadership and Philanthropy virtual annual meeting. My name is LaGretta Linker, and I'm pleased to serve our members as the chair of USF Women in Leadership and Philanthropy. On behalf of the WLP Executive Committee and our wonderful WLP staff, we thank you for joining us. As a reminder, we will be reporting today on the activity of WLP over the past fiscal year, from July 2019 through June 2020, with some additional updates on activities through the end of the calendar year. And what a year it's been. Despite significant challenges, there's still many achievements to celebrate. We graduated our largest class ever, welcomed an outstanding class of WLP scholars, and presented our first ever virtual WLP symposium. Thank you for your continued support for our scholars, for our programs and faculty. Our success is a direct result of the time and talent and treasure you invest as members of WLP. Before we hear from the chairs of our committees, I'd like to recognize our WLP founding members who invested in the idea of what we have become today. Thank you for your visionary investment in our founding and for your continued leadership and support. I would also like to thank our WLP Executive Committee members for their continued leadership and support. They include Membership Committee Chair Stephanie Haas, Mentorship Committee Co-Chairs Barbara Sparks McGlinchey and Chris Rays, and new Committee Chair Tina Fernandez. WISE Committee Chair Lauren Hartman, Programs Committee Chair Fadwa Halili, Scholarship Committee Chair Cynthia Keenan, at-large member Sarasota Manatee, Dr. Anila Jain, at-large St. Petersburg, Debbie Sembler, at-large athletics liaison Claire Lessinger, at-large USF Health liaison Dr. Valerie Riddle, immediate past chair Carolyn House Stewart, and our beloved honorary chair Carol Morsani. We thank you, ladies, along with your dedicated committee members, for your commitment and effort in helping us achieve our goals. We could not move the organization forward without you. And for those of you who are currently not serving on a committee, I encourage you to consider volunteering in this capacity. I know you will find it's a great opportunity to network and to get to know your fellow members, as well as help move the organization forward. Following our meeting today, the WLP team will be sending an online member survey. Please complete the survey by selecting the committee or committees on which you would like to serve and include any recommendations you have for programming in the upcoming year. Please feel free to talk with me, a committee member, or a WLP staff member if you have any questions regarding serving on a committee. As one would expect from its organization of over 330 members, a lot of the work is done in our committees. WLP is blessed with a strong and vibrant committee structure, and I have been pleased to serve as an ad hoc committee member and work with each of them throughout my tenure so far as chair. I have asked the chairs of each committee to provide a report on the tremendous achievements that each of their groups have attained this year. To begin, however, I'd like to welcome WLP Vice Chair, Dr. Moira Burke, to share with you the membership engagement activities she's advanced during her tenure.
Hello, my name is Moira Burke. I'm happy to serve as Vice Chair of WLP. I've been a member of WLP since 2013 and have watched the extraordinary growth of our organization over the past 8 years. At times, however, I was concerned that the growth might cause WLP to lose some of its familiar, personal character. So when I transitioned from my role as chair of the scholarship committee to vice chair, I decided to do something about it. Before the pandemic, I began organizing small, informal gatherings of members so that people could get to know one another outside of our larger events. And then the pandemic came. With a need to move membership engagement to a virtual platform, we worked to craft the Virtual Leadership Series, a weekly online gathering where WLP scholars, members, and faculty have presented on a variety of interesting and engaging topics. So many of you have joined us to learn about literature, entrepreneurism, leadership, trends in our nonprofit community, social justice issues, and activism. The list goes on. Some weeks we just gathered with a glass of wine for some fellowship. I think all can agree that knowing we could be together on a Thursday evening at 6 p.m. helped make the isolation more pleasant. We are truly fortunate to have such a diverse and talented membership base to showcase. And if you missed any of the series or want to view them again, please feel free to visit the WLP YouTube channel. As the fall semester began, the people's schedules became busier. We decided to pivot our virtual leadership series from a weekly event to periodic offering, freeing time for a variety of events held in partnership with various university and community partners. These include the USF Health, the Tampa Museum of Art, USF Office of Gift Planning, the Tampa Bay Wave, and others. We look forward to the time when we can be together in person again. We are so grateful to have these wonderful offerings to share with our members and students in the interim. We will also plan to gather online. Stay tuned for future invitations. And if you have any ideas for programs, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your continued support of WLP and of each other.
Good morning. My name is Stephanie Haas, and I'm pleased to serve as your Membership and Communications Committee Chair. Our committee develops and implements strategies for recruiting new lifetime, annual, and corporate members to WLP and supports the operations, programming, and activities that promote member engagement, participation, and most importantly, retention. The committee also assists in the planning, development, and implementation of external communications and marketing of the program. Thank you for your time and dedication this year. Before I offer a summary report on the state of our membership, I want to first review the levels of membership. Membership levels: a founding member committed $25,000 or more to establish and launch the organization. Lifetime member: an individual who commits $25,000 or more to WLP. Corporate member: $5,000 per year, which includes up to 2 representatives and additional partnership opportunities. And our annual member: $1,000 per year or $500 per year for those 35 and younger. $500 per year for past Faculty Excellence Award recipients. 2020 created new opportunities for all of us. As Moira mentioned, now more than ever, we are tapping into our creativity and also calling on our talented members, faculty, and partners to create opportunities for learning and engagement, virtually of course. Nevertheless, our membership remains strong. I feel fortunate to be among such an impressive group of highly successful community leaders. We are ending the calendar year with more than 325 individual and 26 corporate members. We have been working to ensure our members are having a great experience, received increased communication about the organization, and committee will continue to work with WLP to perfect WLP's membership recruitment and management process, and continue to build on our new retention strategy. It goes without saying, we have all of you to thank for our increased visibility on social media platforms. Thank you for reposting, liking, and commenting on our social media posts to help spread the word about the impact of WLP and our members in the community. Now we are asking for your help. As we do every year, we ask for you to take a few minutes to complete our member survey, which provides us with valuable membership feedback. The membership committee is committed to improving the WLP experience, and we need your help to do so. Please let us know what events or programs you would like to see in the future. Please take time to complete the survey WLP sends following this meeting. It only takes a few minutes to complete and provides an invaluable information on the direction of WLP. And don't forget to share your accomplishments and those of fellow WLP members to be published in our newsletter and on our social media platforms. We are always looking for opportunities to support the outstanding work of our members. If you haven't already, please like and follow WLP on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Thank you for your commitment and support. We are grateful for your partnership and look forward to a long-lasting relationship with you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fedwa Hilili, and I am pleased to serve as chair of the Programs Committee this year. The Programs Committee guides the planning and promotion of the WLP Fall Symposium and other annual events, including securing sponsorships as well as encouraging attendance and member participation. This is my first year as chair of the Programs Committee, although I have served on the committee for a number of years, and boy, what a year it has been to be chair. We are fortunate to have such amazing women working on the university's largest community-facing event. Thank you all. Our programs create an opportunity for members to learn about leadership and philanthropy, as well as USF and its impact. The most prestigious and anticipated of all our events is the WLP Fall Symposium. This year's event was like no other, a virtual symposium. Although it was not the same, we are proud that we were able to acknowledge our 2020 Community Leadership and Lifetime Achievement Award winners, celebrate the 15th anniversary of our founding, and highlight the tremendous achievements of our WLP scholars, as represented by our student impact speaker, Gretchen Stewart. We thank the Programs Committee, our sponsors, and the WLP team for their creativity and flexibility in pivoting us to this virtual platform, and look forward to the 16th annual WLP Fall Symposium, presented once again by our friends at Florida Blue on Friday, October 8th, 2021, where we will welcome keynote speaker Gretchen Carlson at the Hilton Tampa downtown. For now, we remain flexible, planning to host our 6 signature events as the guidelines allow. Our 6 signature annual events include our faculty reception in January, the 5th annual WISE Student Symposium in March, annual awards dinner in April, annual scholar reception in August, the 16th annual symposium in October, and the annual meeting and holiday luncheon in December. Please stay tuned for more information on our upcoming programming. If you have ideas for programs you think would be of interest to our members or have an interest in sponsoring our existing events, we'd love to hear from you. If you are new to WLP and are interested in taking a leadership role, we'd love to have your involvement in planning these events and would welcome your ideas. We thank you for your continued support and for your flexibility during what is an unprecedented time. We are looking forward to the day when we may all be together again.
Hello, my name is Leanna Fernandez Fox. I am pleased to represent the newest addition to our WLP programs, the Invest in Her Student Support Initiative. It goes without saying that 2020 has been a unique year, but has also provided many opportunities for our organization to respond to these challenges and expand our impact. In response to the overwhelming, unexpected financial needs expressed by some of our scholars over the summer, WLP initiated summer scholarships for the first time ever to ensure that our students could stay on track with their academic progress. In addition to these special scholarship awards, WLP established a complimentary new fund to specifically assist our scholarship students with unanticipated financial needs. With a leadership gift from Dr. Maura Burke and through the generous support of many members, the Invest in Her Student Support Fund was born. I am pleased to say that this fund now stands at over $25,000, and we have opened it up to our students this fall. On behalf of our grateful students, I want to convey their heartfelt thanks to all who have supported this extra effort during extraordinary times.
It's such an exciting time to be a part of Women in Leadership and Philanthropy. As Lagretta previously shared, WLP has grown tremendously in size, scope, and impact over the past several years, and with that growth has also come a significant increase in our philanthropic footprint. It's so gratifying to look back on our scholarship program, which began with just one scholarship fund at our founding, has grown to a program with 59 individual funds, with cash and deferred funding commitments totaling almost $6 million. The beginning of this academic year has seen additional growth in new scholarships to benefit students through WLP, and a number of existing endowed scholarship donors renewed their pledges to grow their endowments and increase their awards. Isn't that fantastic? Our newly created funds include the Elena Fry Memorial Scholarship in Public Health, BNY Mellon Scholarship in the Judy Genshaft Honors College, Kathy Barcina Betancourt Scholarship, Kristen and John Cunningham First Generation Scholarship, Lolita Visot Memorial Scholarship, Mary and Robert Figg Endowed Scholarship, Sharon Greenbaum Endowed Scholarship, Talent Lenker Endowed Scholarship, Helen D. Levine Endowed Scholarship, and the Jane E. Morgan Endowed Scholarship. Now, if that isn't exciting enough, for the 5th year in a row, WLP was selected to receive the First Generation Match Grant by the state of Florida. This year, WLP is eligible to have $70,000 matched, and this year the funds will be matched 2-to-1 by the state of Florida. So once the $70,000 allocated by WLP's general fund is matched, the resulting $210,000 will allow WLP to fund 115 first-generation college students. And of course, we honor all of our WLP members who are our donors to our 4 general scholarship funds, our WLP Endowed First Generation, and WLP USF St. Petersburg, and WLP USF Sarasota Manatee scholarships. Each of these scholarships are funded through our annual member contributions. We couldn't do it without you, and we thank you for being steadfast and true to WLP and our shared mission. We're overwhelmed with pride that WLP is awarding more than $300,000 in scholarships to well over 150 deserving students. We are able to accomplish so much through the power of our collective philanthropic and leadership contributions. I hope that each and every one of you feel a special sense of ownership and pride in what we've been able to accomplish together. We hope each of you see the value of your membership and continue to participate in all or part of these important engagement activities. While they have to be virtual, they are still impactful. Thank you again for your support, and we look forward to the year ahead.
Hello, my name is Barbara Sparks McGlinchey, and it has been my pleasure to partner with Chris Reyes and serve as co-chair of the WLP Mentoring Committee over the past year. The goal of the Mentoring Committee is to serve as the conduit to connect students with WLP members who are successful professionals and leaders in the community to help enhance existing mentoring programs and improve student success. We have had quite a year, and I'd like to thank my committee co-chair, Chris Reyes, and the members of the Mentoring and WISE Student Symposium committees for their great work in support of our students. For the 4th year, at the request of both our members and scholars, the Mentoring and Scholarship Committees have collaborated to grow the WLP Mentoring Program. Based on results from our member mentoring survey, the Mentoring Committee was able to pair more than 30 one-on-one mentor-scholar matches and create a robust list of members interested in various mentoring opportunities with both our organization and Opportunities University-wide. In partnership with the Office of Student Success, Last fall, WLP hosted a mentor training session and provided resources to ensure our program creates meaningful relationships and supports the continued success of our scholars. In addition to our formal mentoring programming, we have continued our role as a collaborator and capacity builder throughout our One USF communities, working with a variety of campus partners to enhance their mentoring and student leadership development efforts. Our committee members and staff team have done an outstanding job to identify the needs of our members and scholars and adapt our offerings during this transitory time. This fall, under the leadership of our new committee chair, Tina Fernandez, we have expanded our program offerings and pivoted our mentoring and student engagement efforts to the virtual world. I'd like to welcome Tina and invite her to share an overview of these new initiatives. Tina.
Hello, my name is Tina Fernandez, and I am pleased to follow Barbara and Chris as chair of the Mentoring Committee. I am a new member of WLP, having joined over the summer, but I am not new to creating and presenting programs that build the leadership capacity of students. I've been a community leader since serving as a teen member on a YWCA Board of Directors. Since then, I've had the opportunity to serve with national, regional, and local organizations where I've crafted leadership development curriculums and created very successful mentorship programs. Developing collegiate leaders is one of my life's passions, for through this work, we prepare them to not only grow as leaders on campus, but to also step into leadership roles professionally upon graduation. In addition to WLP's traditional programming in this space, I am working with the staff and committee to launch several new initiatives to expand our reach in serving our students. These initiatives, of which I'll call ALP, will focus on the following: aligning the mentee with the best mentor possible to help them reach their campus and career goals, leveraging the mentee's skill set for their success, and propelling the mentee into leadership roles through the power of networking. I am excited to be a member of WLP and to help advance the most essential area of our mission. I invite you to consider joining the Mentorship Committee. I'd love to work with you.
Thank you, Tina. On behalf of Chris Reyes, we are so pleased that you've assumed leadership of this most important committee and look forward to working with you to advance these initiatives. Now, I'd like to welcome Lauren Hartman, chair of our WISE subcommittee, to share information on our extremely successful 2020 WISE Student Symposium.
As part of our long-standing mission, WLP is dedicated to engaging and educating members in support of women's initiatives throughout the university and the community. And everyone who knows WLP is well aware of our commitment to mentor promising young women as they pursue their career aspirations, an important priority for us the past several years. This year, the Women Who Ignite Student Engagement, the WISE Symposium, presented by Valley Bank, brought together more than 175 participants across USF's 3 campuses to connect with dynamic professionals, exchange ideas, and begin charting their own paths. Modeled after WLP's signature Fall Symposium, the half-day networking event focused on the theme, Navigating Your Success, It's a Journey, Not Just a Destination, and explored topics such as uncovering meaning in the journey, self-advocating, and identifying strengths. The student-led program featured a networking session and 2 all-women panel sessions comprised of young professionals who have found success by following their passions and are still navigating their own journeys. In the session, panelists shared inspiring stories of their struggles and triumphs, lessons learned, and practical advice for USF students. For the 4th year, the students were able to use profits from the event to fund the WLP Student Helping Students Scholarship, a powerful example of the impact women can make when they encourage and support each other. We are exploring our options, virtual and otherwise, so that we can continue the 5th annual WISE Student Symposium this March 2021. Please contact me if you would like to get involved or if you are interested in sponsorship opportunities for the event.
Thanks so much, Lauren and team. As fate would have it, the 2020 WISE Student Symposium was the last face-to-face WLP event we were able to host. I am so happy that we were able to pull it off, and I am sure the memory of this event has sustained our members and students during this most unique of times. Thank you all once again for your continued commitment to our students.
Our committee collaborates with WLP staff to advertise and select recipients for WLP Faculty Excellence and Community Leadership Awards. Each year, our applicant pool grows, and so does the quality of each of the women who apply and who are nominated. Thank you, all of our committee members, for taking the time to serve. I'd also like to thank our tremendous staff for supporting us in our efforts. What is now the Dr. Kathleen Moore Faculty Excellence Award program was expanded in 2015 to present 3 campus-based Faculty Excellence Awards, one per USF campus, USF Tampa, USF St. Petersburg, and USF Sarasota Manatee, and an additional USF Junior Faculty Excellence Award. In 2016, we also added an Instructor Award. And finally, we awarded the Valerie D. Riddle MD Award in Health this past spring. In recognition of WLP's 15th anniversary, WLP founder Carol Morsani donated $100,000 to create an endowment to help fund the awards going forward. What an amazing example you continue to set, Carol. Thank you so much. In August, the 2020 recipients of the Dr. Kathleen Moore Faculty Excellence Awards were recognized at our first ever virtual WLP Awards event. I'd like to take a moment to recognize these scholars. Our 2020 Faculty Excellence recipients are Dr. Jennifer Bugos, USF Tampa Faculty Award, Dr. Zhang Chen, USF St. Petersburg Faculty Award, Dr. Sue Senapati, USF Sarasota Manatee Faculty Award, Dr. Renee Marchioni Beery, Valerie D. Riddle, MD Award in Health, Dr. Sumi Lee, USF Junior Faculty Award, and Dr. Jing Wang, USF Instructor Award. The committee recognizes that faculty form the backbone of our One USF, and the Faculty Awards program is a vital component of WLP's programming and mission, supporting and advancing women faculty at various stages of their academic careers. Our committee also manages the WLP Community Leadership and Lifetime Achievement Awards program, which highlight individual excellence in leadership as demonstrated by outstanding imperative, initiative, and impact of the work and inspiration of others. By awarding the Community Leadership Award as part of the program at our annual Fall Symposium, WLP publicly affirms and celebrates the immense contributions and achievements of women in our communities who inspire the leadership and service potential of current and future generations of women. Stephanie Goforth was named the recipient of the 2020 WLP Community Leadership Award for her service to the women in the community that reflects the mission and values of WLP. We also presented the 2020 WLP Lifetime Achievement Award to the Honorable Sandra Friedman, Tampa's first female mayor, to acknowledge and honor her tremendous efforts and remarkable lifelong success in making a difference for women in the Tampa Bay region. We'd like to take a moment to celebrate them now.
Well, I had a teacher at Gorey Elementary School, and her name was Minnie Clay Baker. She just turned me on to government, particularly local government. And after that, I always knew I wanted to go into local government. 74, there was an opening, and I called my husband when I saw it on the news, and I said, I'm going to run for city council. And the next day, I ran for city council and won. We had a housing program that was such a wonderful program for people who couldn't otherwise afford it. I still bump into people and they come up to me and they say, I got my house because of you, or my house was refurbished because of the Challenge Fund. And it really was a wonderful program. We did thousands of homes, We started with renovations of people in need, and then we moved on to building actual homes with the private sector and the construction industry. I was interested in making sure that the neighborhoods were involved. That's how I got involved, really. We started with about less than a handful of neighborhood associations, and we wound up with like 52. Now there are 100 and something. And we listened to them. I was the second woman on the city council, and then I got elected chairman, and there had never been a woman chairman. And so when it was time to run for mayor, I was already the acting mayor because my predecessor ran for governor and resigned. We did some things that haven't been done since. We asked the private sector for all kinds of things to help us with. In Tampa Heights, that was a very rundown neighborhood, a lot of drug dealing, and we got all the neighborhood people together and we said, what is the number one thing that you all would like to have? And what surprised us, actually, was that they wanted better lighting. They had all the old trees. The trees had obliterated the lights that were there, and it would cost, at that point, $250,000. So we didn't have that. So I said, why don't we go to the phone book and invite every tree trimmer in the phone book to come in front of us at City Council, and we'll bring some of those neighborhood people, and they'll tell their story. Well, every one of them said yes. There was not a tree trimmer in Tampa that didn't say yes, that they would come out on a particular Saturday and trim the trees for that neighborhood. So they came out, every one of them, and the neighbors came out and they helped them, and they served them drinks and pastries and whatever else. It was such a wonderful win-win. Whatever you choose to do, love it. I love being in government. It was so beneficial to me psychologically to be able to help people and see the return. So whatever you choose to do, make sure it's something that you love. You will do it better if you love it. I want to say thank you to WLP for giving me the award, but also for what they've done in the community these 15 years that have been a lot of effect on people's lives in a positive way.
USF has always been important to me. I mean, I had choices for college and I wanted to come here. This was close to family. This was where I wanted to be. And so coming here was really, really special. The leadership of USF is something that we need to make sure that we stress and we highlight because of the women, Betty, Judy, who's really been my inspiration at USF, has done, so much for me personally and building me and encouraging me with women in leadership. So she's definitely a spirit behind a lot of things. My kind of experience with the campus board, taking cues from Judy and our campus board chair at the time, Debbie Sembler, I mean, it really forces you to step up and do what you need to do to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. And, you have to kind of take a step back and say, you were one of the people that just forced us to look at these and be serious about graduation rate and admittance, our GPAs and things like that, and raising the bar for so many kids and giving them the opportunity to graduate from a preeminent institution. This is one of the things that you get so excited about. I get so excited about. When I say I've gotten here with all these women leaders, it has been built upon their shoulders. All the things that I'm benefiting from as a vice chair, I didn't get here by myself. This is a group of women that are just so phenomenal, and this is who we are. So we need to talk about that, and we need to reach out to other women leaders so they're a part of this, so they can feel what we as a group feel every day and the people that we're supporting. So it's about giving back to the community, making sure that your community in which you live has the ability to have the financial assets available to those that are just not as fortunate as us. WLP is one of those organizations you just know is successful because of the people and because of what it's become now with the dollars that we can get in the hands of the women that need it. that's why we do this. Now working with President Corral, it is absolutely going to be our next chapter. He's going to be our leader through this, and it's going to be exciting times. If you really want to feel good about yourself and about what we're doing and about helping others and guiding them, letting them lean on us for our expertise, get involved. There's so many things you can do. It's not about just financially, it's about mentoring, it's about giving. There's just so many things that you'll be able to really feel wonderful about what we're doing and about yourself. Thank you to the organization for helping me be a better person, helping all of us be what this organization is now. And there are so many people that are so deserving of this honor. I am so humbled by this, so thank you. Go Bulls.
Congratulations again to all of our 2020 recipients. It's been a great year for the Awards Committee, and we look forward to your applications and nominations for 2021. Please take time to submit nominations for our Community Leadership Awards and encourage USF faculty to apply for our Faculty Excellence Awards. You may also share your suggestions by contacting the WLP team. We urge you to nominate the outstanding women serving our community and leading the way to make Tampa a better place for generations to come. Thank you all for your continued support.
Hello, my name is India Whitty, and I'm pleased to serve as Executive Director of USF Women in Leadership and Philanthropy. I'm here today to speak to you regarding the tremendous fundraising success and overall endowment growth that WLP has experienced in 2019-2020. Fiscal year 2020 saw a tremendous increase in overall fundraising for WLP. We raised well over $2 million in the last year from all sources, including memberships, endowments, and planned and deferred gifts. In addition, our unrestricted fundraising for our WLP operating fund remained strong. We ended the year with a balance of over $327,000 after we paid all programmatic expenses totaling over $274,000. Our general endowment performance was exceptional as well. The WLP Scholarship Endowment ended the fiscal year at $648,496. Similarly, our WLP Program Endowment performed very strongly as well, ending the fiscal year at $714,202. In addition, we added a new endowment to support our Faculty Award Program with a generous $100,000 gift from Carol Morsani. In total, the value of all of WLP's endowed funds are in excess of $3.4 million. As you can see, the fiscal state of WLP remains strong, which allows us to be able to fuel the tremendous work that all of our chairs have spoken about today. Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you, members of the Executive Committee, for sharing these wonderful reports with us today. We could not move the organization forward without each of you, and we thank you for your dedication and commitment. As many of you have experienced in your own professional and personal lives, WLP has had to adapt to the challenges the pandemic has created over the past year. The uncertain environment and economic impact surrounding the global pandemic has changed lives for us all. As the timeline lengthens, it's becoming clear that the financial and social effects will be felt long after the initial crisis passes. Now, more than ever, the work of WLP and each one of you is vital. I encourage you to join a committee to make an even greater impact through WLP. Finally, I want to thank and recognize the amazing WLP team led by Executive Director India Whitty, for their dedication and service to WLP, navigating the uncertainty of the past several months. Thank you, India, Kate, and Abby. I hope you all are as encouraged and proud as I am after hearing these amazing reports. We've only been able to reach such impact through the power of the collective, personal, and philanthropic contributions of WLP members and corporate partners. We look forward to the future when we may be all together again and celebrating the great work of all of you. Most of all, we hope that you and your loved ones are healthy and safe during this unprecedented time. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to another record-breaking year ahead.